Hi, you guys. It's Thursday, April 9th, 2015. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Purl podcast, episode 46, yet to be unnamed. It is a muggy, promising storms afternoon, and I have the door open and the window open, and the puppy right here next to me. So, you can find the show notes for this podcast on Knit and Purl, that's Pearl, Doris.blogspot.com. In social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am the number on One Fine Design with the number on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all smooshed together on Instagram. Podcast. Thank you for stopping by. Grab you a drink and a craft of choice and sit back and relax. If you find anything of enjoyment, entertainment, or inspiration, you can go over here and click that red subscribe button down there and go over here and hit that thumbs up, and there's comment thread down there. Leave a comment, say hello. Tell me how you came upon me. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Purl podcast group. And this week we have 3 new members. And I'm just going to say up front, I usually just shout out the new members, whether they introduce themselves or not. So if you are a new member, if you join the group and don't want to be shouted out, send me a message. So we have Kelly Dang, who is Kelly from Connecticut. We have Betta Princess, who I don't know where she is. And we have Ange in the East, who is Angela from New York. Thank you guys so much for joining the group. Make yourself at home, start a thread, start a conversation. You're more than welcome. We also have a Ravelry group birthday shout outs, and there's no birthdays this coming week. There is, but not until next Thursday. And on YouTube, we have 237 subscribers this week. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for finding me. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. You people, the group, and the people who continue to come back. Thank you guys so much. This podcast also has an April knit along, which is just a finished objects thread this time. The rules are: you must be a member of the group to qualify for prizes. Objects started on April 1st and finished by April 31st. Limit 2 per person. Chatter is welcome and encouraged on that thread. The prize will be yarn from the donation we received, and some little extras. I will get that together soon and get that posted. Good luck and happy knitting. So the story of the week. Wow, that was fast. It's good. The story of the week is that we had a very good Easter. We had the kids over, most of the kids, all but one. And the grandkids were here, and I made the Jello-covered marshmallows. Let me get a picture of it so you can see. And I made the bracelets, and I just put it in a little Ziploc bag for each of the grandkids when they came in. They got their little Easter bag. Where is it? So, it was so much fun. There's the picture of the marshmallows. Remember, I pinned this and showed you. Oh, so much glare. I don't know if I can avoid it. Anyway, there is a picture on. On the show notes. This was so much fun. You wet the marshmallow, and then you shake it out, and then you put it in a bag with Jello, different whatever flavors. Shake it up, and then you put it on parchment paper until it dries. So much fun. And it was delicious too. A lot better than regular Peeps. The bracelets, however, the jelly bean bracelets, I don't recommend. They were kind of messy to do, and the needle got all gummy and the stretchy got all gummy, and I did it. I made 6 bracelets, but it wasn't pleasant. Also, I completed my 3-day juice cleanse, and I feel clean, and I'm down another 3 pounds, and I'm back on track. Also, I wanted to mention that one of the reasons the dog is here is because Ted is very not feeling well right now. He's been down for a couple days with gout in the left knee, very bad. And if it doesn't get better by morning, probably going to the hospital. So if you're the praying kind, I would so much appreciate that you would stop right now and say a prayer for his left knee, that the uric acid would start leaving that area and be gone out of his body. And I would appreciate it so much. So, the health pearl this week, I found an article. And I'm not going to read the whole article, but there is links to the show notes so that you can go and look at the article. It is from LifeScript, Healthy Living for Women. And the title is Diet Rules for Weight Loss Success, or 10 No-Fail Ways to Shed Pounds. So, it's very good reading, but I'm going to give you the 10 diet rules for shedding pounds. Don't go hungry, because that's setting yourself up for failure. If you're hungry, that's when you're going to just binge on whatever's in front of you. And the second one is know what to eat, and it gives, in this Banish Hungry, it tells you how many calories you should eat per day to lose weight, depending on your weight. So there's that in the link. You can read that. And it says know what to eat. And they recommend high fiber cereals, lean proteins in fish, fiber, and it just kind of gives you some ideas on what to eat. And it says to clean out your cabinets of the bad stuff, because we all know that if it's there and we're hungry and we have low willpower because we're starving, you're going to eat it. Retrain your brain. And it gives you ideas. And there's also a link in the article for another book, but it just tells you to stop thinking of your potato chips as your friend, which is the big thing for me. To say, I don't want that food. Anyway, I'm not going to read it all, but retrain your brain. Tell yourself that potato chips are not your friend. You don't want that because it's full of salt, full of fat. The different things that you crave, you just repeat and remind yourself, say it, and so that it retrains your brain. That is something that you don't want to eat because it's not healthy for you, it's not good for you. Retrain your brain. Number 5, set up eating rules, like no fried food, and I'm going to take half of the sandwich in the take-home box. Those are but make them realistic rules. Number 6, eat healthy versions of your favorite food. This article gave an example of your mom's home cooking. Instead of eating your mom's home cooking, make a lighter version so you still get the flavor but less calories. Limit your choices. Don't go to buffets. That's the big thing. Don't go to buffets. Enjoy treats. Oh, and we have the storm warning is going off. We're just going to keep going. Limit your choices. Enjoy treats with restraint, and that gives an idea of, okay, the bag of M&Ms. What you do with your treats is you like eat a cup of strawberries, then eat your treat, and then have some hot tea. So you don't binge, you eat less of the treat that you want. Think of the rewards. Think of being able to get into your summer clothes again. Think about feeling better, having more energy. And forgive the setbacks. Don't be too hard on yourself. Forgive them. Realize that we're all human and we're built to, this article says we're built to binge. I mean, back in the caveman days, they were trained to eat when the food was available and not eat when it wasn't available. So anyway, that's the health tip of the day, or the health pearl this week. Okay, I'm just going to look real fast and see. I don't know why that alarm is going off. Damaging wind. No, that was this morning. Anyway, we're just going to keep going because it doesn't look threatening out there. The sun was shining. Sorry, guys. Stash. I was very, very surprised and very happy. I was gifted the handbrake cowl. I'm not going to say who gifted it because I didn't ask, but it was a lovely gift, and I also gifted it to a couple of people myself because I want to be a part of that cancer research, and so go buy it if you haven't, gift it if you haven't, and just enjoy it. You'll see in my works in progress. I also bought a pattern. Those are the only knitty things that I did. I bought a pattern. This is a summer open cowl. I found it on Ravelry, but it was a link to Pattern Fish. So that's going to be something in the history. So the sun is shining. The wind's not over bad, so we're going to keep going. I know you guys probably heard the siren, but... And the dog is crying.
It's okay, Pete. It's okay.
No. There he is.
There's the Peter boy. Down and wait. Down, Pete. Down, Pete. Down.
He listens so well.
Down, Pete. Down and wait. Good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Okay. Bows. We have bows. I'm just going to show you. My pouch has a button now. Pretty wild looking button. And it's a big pouch. I blacked it out really nice. And my phone just slips down in it so nicely. Ta-da! And I love the button. The big bulky button to go with the big bulky pouch to go with the big bulky phone. Also, this was the remains of my Leading Men Fiber Arts hand spun You Betcha. I spun it, and I made my hand spun cowl out of it. So we have a completed pair of shorty socks. I finished these Tuesday, I think. I kitchened it Tuesday. I finished it Monday and kitchened it Tuesday. No? Tuesday? Yes, today's... Good gravy. Maybe it was Wednesday. I kitchened it. And I don't remember which one was the one I just finished, but... Wait a minute, I can tell. This one is the newly finished one. So there you go. The yarn is Soft Like Kittens, which is a no longer dying New Zealand dyer from Gentle Ribbing. It's just a plain vanilla sock. I did the Fish Lips Kiss Heel. I did about less than an inch of ribbing and then another less than an inch of stockinette before I added the heel, did the sock, did the regular toe decreasing on the sock, and then Kitchener. There you go. Fresh pair of shorty socks. And last but not least, fresh off the blocking table with the ends woven in is my raspberry cordial. Oh, here's the cordial, the raspberry cordial part, the beautiful lace work. In case you're new, let me tell you about this. It is a bot pattern on Ravelry by Tina Marie. I'm going to bring this over so I can read it all. Tina Marie Willis Anderson. I knit it on my Addy Turbo 8-inch or US 8 5mm 40-inch circular. I didn't add the yarn. Darn it. So I will add it in the show notes. This is Encore, Plymouth Yarn Encore in a number. This is some Vanna Baby White. And this is some Deborah Norville Baby Pink. So I was very surprised blocking wise. I was not happy when I finished knitting it because I didn't like the shape. But I blocked it. You see there's a little flub in the pattern. But I don't know how that happened. I got a little bump there. Maybe that's, I don't know what that's from. But I don't know. Anyway. It's a lot of acrylic here, but I was very surprised and happy that it blocked out very nicely. Very happy with it. Love it, love it, love it, love the colors. Why are you up? Huh? Down, down. So, the raspberry cordial. I recommend the pattern, and I will probably knit it again. So that is all of my finished objects, and my new objects are all new projects. Because I finished the ones I was working on, I have all new ones. So, Pete, down and wait. Thank you, puppy. Down and wait. No crying. So, the first one in my H Unique Design Accessories, Heather's store, Heather M12 on Ravelry. So cute, pink and sheeps. I have another Ricky hat. I started it, I think I casted it on Friday and I didn't totally get it all casted on. I finished it. I started it Saturday morning with a vengeance. And I posted a picture of the beginning of it on Instagram Saturday morning. And it's funny because as I started it, I wanted to keep singing, "Hey, Ricky, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Ricky. Hey, 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 Ricky." So I put a picture with, "Hey, Ricky," on Instagram Saturday morning. But here it is. The Ricky hat is a free pattern on Ravelry by Sarah Young. It's knit on start at the rim, size US 4, 3.5, and then you do 15 garter rows, and then you change to US 7, 4.5 millimeter, and you do garter, 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 and I love it. This is my third Ricky hat. Started Saturday. I know most people would have it done, but I've got 3 projects going. I am using Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable, and the color is Cappuccino. There's a color. Cappuccino, and there's some numbers. I really, really, really like it. I wanted to start it, and I didn't really couldn't think of the yarn I wanted to use, and then I remembered I had this in my stash, and it's a single, and it's a kind of DK weight, so I started it. Isn't it gorgeous? Those browns and whites and coffee, and I love it. It's going to kind of be a stripedy. Weather update. The sun is shining and it's raining. Just so you know. So let me see if I missed anything. Nope. And I do it magic loop. It's kind of wonky magic loop, but it works. So I just kind of squish it in, you know. I don't have very many like 24-inch or 16-inch. I don't have any 16-inch number 7s, so I do what I can. And these are the Knit Pick Streams. And they don't work as well with this acrylic yarn, but I still like them a lot. So that's number 1, new project. Number 2 project is the handbrake cowl, which was mentioned in my stash. And when I got it, I was going in between being a hostess at Easter. I was going through thinking about my yarn and what I could possibly use in my yarn stash for this project. And this is what jumped out at me. Can you see it? It is, Ted and I caked this up, and you can't really see the sparkles in the ball. But this is some of my hand spun. It is from Yarn Geek Fibers. Yarn Geek Fibers, links in the show notes. The color is Lady Godiva, and it's like this soft cream with sparkles. It is BFL and sparkle. 70% BFL, 30% sparkle or nylon. And it is working up beautifully. And I'm trying, okay. Let me tell you about this pattern as I show it to you, my handbrake. The funny thing about this is if you notice the way my purl stitches are leaning, I'm left-handed. Everybody else's leans the other way, but mine is leaning this way because I'm left-handed, but I don't care. Isn't that gorgeous the way it's coming out? I am going to feel like royalty wearing this. Anyway, let me tell you about the pattern before I get too carried away. I received it as a gift. It is a bot pattern on Ravelry. The US price is $1.53, and it is by Dan and Kate Jones. And the proceeds for this pattern go to cancer research. So if you haven't bought the pattern, because I know everybody has somebody in their life that they've been affected by cancer. So go buy the pattern. Go gift the pattern. Let's raise some money for cancer research. Let's knitters unite. And it's an easy pattern. There's links in the pattern to tutorials on how to do the knit stitch, how to do the purl stitch. So even if you're a new knitter, you can do this. It's awesome. Knitting it on, I'm sorry, I'm getting lost. US 7s, 3.5, and I'm using 40-inch circular and doing a crazy magic loop because I don't have 24-inch US 7s. It's working. Another thing about the pattern, again, it's hand spun, so it's not as neat and perfect, but it's lovely, and I love it so much. But I'm probably not going to do the full pattern repeats. I'm probably going to finish the pattern repeat I'm on now and do the garter and be done, because I really don't like a cowl that comes up to here. So I'm probably going to aggressively block it so that it fits like Kay's fits. If you watched their podcast and saw her wearing hers, that's the way I want mine to be. Kate is our royalty, is she not? Anyway, here's another look at my handbrake cowl in my hand spun yarn by Yarn Geek Fibers. It's beautiful. Okay, finally started yesterday. Oh, let me just say this, all of the bags and everything that I've mentioned, or most everything, has been linked in the show notes. So this is in my cowl bag from Tangerine Designs. Links in the show notes. Awesome bag. Love it. And finally, since I finished in my Joanne Springs Knit Spin Farm sock bag, I will call it, links in the show notes to her shop, is a sock I started yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful spring. Beautiful, beautiful spring. I'm just doing kind of a, vanilla-ish sock. I did an inch of 2x2 ribbing, and then I started doing 3x1 ribbing, and I will carry that through the sock and the top of the sock. I am using this beautiful yarn. Is Patton's Croix Sock Jacquards. I hope I'm saying that right. The colorway is Fern Rose Jacquards. There it is. Links in the show note. No, not to the Patton's Croix, but links to the bag. Okay. My plan on this one is to try a different heel. Not an afterthought heel, because I'm not that comfortable with breaking it apart, but maybe a different short row heel. That's what I'm thinking. That's my goal, to try a different heel with these socks. So I'm going to knit this till I get to where I'm thinking about the heel, and then I'm going to start the second sock on these needles that I've used in the past and enjoyed, to have two socks. And I don't know the name of these. I don't remember. I got them on Amazon. I don't remember the name. But in my earlier podcast, the name is in there. So sorry about that. But they're just wooden bamboo-y with the plastic. They may or may not work. They've worked before with socks that I've done. So I'm going to start a second sock so that I can have two going at the same time. And that is that. And these are two, oh Lord, I'm sorry. My brain is not all the way here today. Let me read. I use this is knit on US 2s 2.75 40-inch circular magic loop, and these are my carbons. I'm going to try a new heel. Okay, there we go. Spinning, I did finish the Cromer Yarns Mock Chunky Roving, and it is resting. I finished it Saturday night, and it's supposed to rest for a week, but I was supposed to be practicing the chain ply. I haven't done that yet. So, next thing on the list is Pinterest. The Pinterest find this week is, and I probably won't read it all, but there are links in the show notes to the Pinterest. It is, don't tell me I didn't link it. Tell me I did. Tell me I did. I didn't. Okay. Cue the Jeopardy music. I found it. I think I found it. Yes, I did. Okay. Pin it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, open it. 19 mind-blowing tricks every iPhone and iPad user should know. 19. So the links are in the show notes to the Pinterest find. These are just tricks that you can do with your iPad or your iPhone. On the iPad, making typing more comfortable by switching your keypad to thumb mode. So if you're trying to type with your iPad like this, and the keyboard is just one, what you can do is you can split, if you didn't know, you can split your keyboard so that you have thumbs. So you can type like this on the thumbs. So what you do, you go to the keyboard, and then you can simply take your two thumbs and do like that and split the keyboard. Trick number 1. Number 2 is you can put your iPhone in airplane mode, and it will charge twice as fast. However, with the iPad or with the iPhone 6 Plus, the battery is awesome, just so you know. Make use of offline Google Maps when traveling, and it tells you how to do that. You can go in and queue it so that it's there when you need it, so you can view the map without being online. If you're in a bad area, you can still view the map where you want to go. Go down. Down. Number 4, the calculator app. Remove an accidental extra 0 by swiping left to right. I did not know that. That is pretty cool. Number 5, you can turn on guided access while children are playing on your iPhone or iPad, so they don't touch something they shouldn't or don't go someplace that they shouldn't. And it gives directions on how to do that. This is an amazing one. Number 6 is you can take a selfie with the remote of your earbuds. You can take a selfie with your buttons on your earbuds, so you don't have to go like this to take a selfie. It says you click the volume button on the remote of your Apple or Apple compatible earbuds while in camera mode to click a shot and shoot, or the middle button for the video pause and play. You can quickly go to the camera app without unlocking your phone by, this little camera thing, swiping it up. You know that. Most people know that. You can use a Bluetooth keyboard with your iPhone or iPad. There is a built-in level gauge in the Compass app, so you can use it as a level. You can tap the top bar of any app to scroll back up to the top. So, in any app, you can just click up here on, you can't really see this. No. But anyway, you can click the top part of the bar, like where the time is, and you can click up there to go back up to the top of the page in any app. You can invert the color for better nighttime browsing. Sorry. So you can change the colors to make it easier to view at night and during the day. On the iPad, do you know that A, you can add more apps in the home row, and B, you can add folders to it as well. You can slide down and add more at the bottom. And you can also add your folder. This is cool. When ending a sentence, instead of typing a period and then a space, just tap the space bar twice and it adds the period. Okay, 14. With the remote of your earbuds, you can go to the next track or the previous track while listening to music. So you can press once to play or pause, press the middle button twice to go to the next, and 3 times to go to the previous. Number 15. Use this little trick when you want to go back and forth between the alpha and the number keyboard. It tells you click the 1, 2, 3 button and slide up to the character you want to input, and when you let go, the screen will jump back to the alphabet keyboard. I have to try that one. Swipe right to left to banish a banner notification. Right to left to get rid of it. In Safari, hold down the period key and you'll quickly add a domain. So you hold down the period and then it gives you options for .com, .org, .net just by holding the period in Safari. You can use Siri command to take naps. So you can say, wake me up, hey Siri, or push the button. Or if it's plugged in, you can say, hey Siri, wake me up in 3 hours. And she'll say, okay, I set an alarm for 3 hours. And then it will wake you up. And finally, outsmart your autocorrect by typing an extra letter when trying to spell a contraction. So if you're trying to spell we, as in we're, you just type an extra E and it'll give you the we're. There you go. And you can't, I don't know. We're having lighting issues. So that is it of that. And the stumble is, and I hope I like the stumble. Likes. And I hope we don't have 9 more charities looking for yarn crafters. And the link is in the show notes. And I will put the link to the show notes in the bottom down there. So you can go and you can link and you can find these links. So there are Knit a Square, which is was started for babies affected by AIDS in South Africa, and it made it simple. You could just knit a square, and then you can send it just a square or 2 or whatever. Like I said, I'm kind of getting past. So The Snuggle Project is for kittens in homeless kittens. Halos of Hope is hats for cancer victims, and there's guidelines to go by in the links. And there's Elephants Remember Joplin. This little girl started knitting elephants and giving it to people, and then she started selling them, and she raised a lot of money, and now they do all kinds of things. Anyway, like I said, I'm sorry I'm rushing through this. Mats for Cats. Project Linus is blankets for kids going through chemotherapy at the Linus Project. So, Wrapped in Hugs, also a blanket for organ donors. Families of an organ donor at the time of the donation as a thank you gift. Feel Better Friends. And this one is for kids who are sick with whatever, and they make custom dolls to look like the person they're gifting them to. So there's a link to follow so you can go and volunteer, and very cool. And finally, Knitting Rays of Hope, and it is knitted, crocheted, loomed hats for babies in neonatal care. So anyway, go to the show notes, click it if you're interested, and you can get links to where you can do your donations, give back. So that is all for this week. It's a little longer than I planned on it being, but I hope that it's okay with you guys. Say hello to Pete.
Petey boy, you've been such a good boy. Yes, you have.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming back. Hit subscribe and thumbs it up and comment, and I would thank you so much. And I'll see you next week. Bye, you guys.